Hey!
Well, fuck that.
Oh, we broke it. We all broke it. Hi!
It's broken. I know. Let's run the outro.
The intro outro.
The intro outro. I can also hear it.
I know.
Still grabbing my vape.
How many viewers did we lose from that? We've got a lot more than that a minute ago.
I don't know. Mine's just a 17.
I'm on 8.
Oh.
That's the 17.
So it just says playing, just chatting for 17. So we go.
Counting downwards. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good evening. Welcome to Vape Talk UK. That was not an absolute cock up.
There's a little bit of a cock up.
You were supposed to hear us. It was the irony, Lloyd.
That was it. We were aware.
But that's literally what happens at the beginning of every show. It's like countdown 3, 2, 1, and we're live.
Yes, I am excited. We have got so much content this week. And I didn't think we were going to have any, and then now we've got loads. So, still, why blame me? I haven't done anything. Go away, Oggy.
I thought it was Lloyd.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Spreader, Mr. Spreader 37, Maffy.
Maffy, good evening. Dinky, good evening. Lloydie at work, good evening, sir.
Andrew Wiltsey.
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
Yes, he did sniff his fingers. Thanks for the sub, Oggy. 7 months on the trot, that. 7 months. Have we really been going 7 months on Twitch? Have we really?
Yeah, straight up. It was like July last year, August last year. No, it must have been July time last year.
It was after I came back from the States.
Oh, God, yeah. No, it was middle of the summer.
That's what Andrew just said. I'm sure that's what his missus shouts.
What? Oh, God, yeah. It was the middle of the summer.
No. Chandler coming.
Chandler is coming in about an hour.
He stands out at the bottom of the bed and goes, I am arriving. I'm arriving. I'm too posh to come. I'm going to arrive all over your face.
Wow. Arrive.
Well, where did that come from?
Whatever you're on, I want some.
Fucking hell, you've been on Twitch for about 8-ish months. So why are you not on an 8-month streak then?
I mean, I'm not on an 8-month streak. I'm on a 7-month streak. Oh, no, I suppose people couldn't sub before that, though, could they? We had to become affiliates before people could sub, so...
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Gilfly. Nice to see you again. Haven't seen you in a little while.
It has been a while. Hope you're well, buddy. I'm going to change my battery because I've got a right donkey battery that 1 minute it hits fine, the next minute it's like...
Well, talking about donkey batteries, coming up later in the show, we've got some interesting news on batteries from Mr. Mooch.
Do you know why they call them donkey batteries?
I don't know. Why? Do they just keep going forever?
No, because he always calls me that. I'm here all night.
I think we need a dad joke alert.
Shocking. To be fair, I've got a case of batteries. This normally has 4 in it. One's on charge, one's in my vape. They're all on like 3 hours, and then they die. They all need putting in the bin.
You know what? For some reason, the other day, I know the battery died in that. So I was looking around in here, and I found the silly swipey twat, and it was like, and it's got batteries in it. I don't need to go downstairs and get batteries.
Wow.
Screwing my thing on. 3 days later, it died. I was like, I need to be using.
What batteries are they?
5 days, I think.
Oh, okay.
Tends to be. But I've just been looking at my batteries in there started to get a
bit ropey.
a little bit ropey. That sort of shit could cause house fires.
See, mine have all been rewrapped, so I don't actually know what they are. I did write on the side of them at one point, but it's kind of rubbed off. So
Yeah, I did that. I wrote them in Sharpie, but after about 2 days, it just comes right off.
yeah, it's not great.
Lots of sales on Samsung batteries at the moment,
Yeah.
as they're being recalled, apparently.
Oh, they're recoiling them as well now.
But apparently.
Are we going to end up with like enforcers at the door, the battery enforcement team? Give us back our batteries.
Sorry, I just had to time out, did he?
Just so you didn't forget.
Mm-hmm. Well, Augie mentioned it, so yeah, it's happened. It's a thing. It's a thing. God, you're worse than Chandler. Sorry.
Oh, what, Alex's vape?
Yeah.
What?
It's loud.
Oh, is it?
He doesn't do it so much anymore, but there was one show, one particular show, where everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. And all we said to him, love him, but all we said to him was, Chandler, don't make any noise. So we decided to start crinkling a package and taking the biggest rips out of his vape right next to his microphone. It's just like, that's a zen. Yeah, that was a tough time for us because everything broke every show.
I just changed 2 batteries for the first time in a month yesterday. As like I said before, I only have about 3 pulls a day, so it lasts ages. I'm not even going to pass comment on that.
Calm, Mark, calm.
Oh my God. I'm just going to unagi.
If you think Alex is loud with his vape, don't ever invite me on.
Oh God. Dinky, we'll book you in for next week. Shall we do some... Oh no, what we're vaping on. What we're vaping on. Let's start with Alex. He usually has something cool and interesting.
Vaping on Visionary Keter with the Day One on it. In that I have the E-Cig by E-Merta.
Mm-hmm. What's the profile on that?
Peaches and apple. In the Vulcan Voya with the Skyfall on top, I've got E-Merta. Nectarine, strawberry and guava, so you could probably guess what the flavour profile is on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the Patty Bum Bum on the Wicket.
Hey, fatty bum bum.
With, you can't really see the label, but Ice Victorian by Steam Island, 50/50 short fill. Very good that.
We had a very long and in-depth and somewhat frustrating conversation in our group chat the other day about 50/50 juices.
Mm. Oh yeah.
And
Christ.
Never been so frustrated in my life.
All right, I figured it out though, right? I think I figured out why we were so frustrated. It's that because never does anyone ever produce a bottle of liquid that's 40ml in a 60ml bottle.
Well, the E-Merta ones come in it, and also the Lagoons ones do that.
So every juice on the planet except for the 2 that you were trying to talk about. All right. And so that was trying to confuse the shit out of everyone, and Mark was losing it. I was well confused, and Alex was talking to Mark like he was 5.
And then Chandler comes in and went, fuck it. It was like, I was trying to explain that I don't like to over dilute, because with 50/50 anyway, you want as much flavour as you can, because you're not getting the volume of vapour that you get on a direct to lung, so you kind of lose the flavour there. So I don't want to dilute. I only vape day to day. I vape 50/50, 12 milligram. So for me, if I wanted a regular short fill, okay, yeah, I could dump 10 mils of 72 in to make it 12 milligram, but it wouldn't be 50/50, it'd be 60/40, and I don't like 60/40 because 60/40 isn't grabby enough for me. I like it to be nice and grabby. And we were having the whole conversation on. Chad was like, fuck it. Just put, what did he say? Put
Just whack 3 nick shots into 50ml into a 60ml bottle.
Didn't he say put 20 mils of 36 in or something?
Yeah, 20 mils of 36 to make it a 9. It's like, thanks.
Oh my god, it was funny, and I think he was getting irritated as well. Anyway, Caspian, what are you vaping on, sir?
I've got my .io. I was having a great time with the 0.3 coil that was in it because I sort of used that for a bit, put the mouth to lung coil in it, used that up completely, and thought, there's still some life left in this 0.3 coil. Used that today, and it burnt out just before the show. So I've got a 0.7 Nautilus coil in here, and the juice I'm using is this one, Jeffrey's Cocktail Dreams, the Strawberry Daiquiri. Which is bloody lovely.
It's very nice.
Ooh.
It's very nice, and it's got a normal nick shot and a cool shot in it, so quite fresh. Although this coil is still bedding in, it is actually a bloody lovely flavour. It's actually the regular 0.7. I didn't have any mesh 0.7s available, but I'm going to try and pick some up tomorrow.
What ratio would that juice be at?
I'm
joking.
70-30.
63-27.
Actually, no, it's going to be about 65 because one of my nick shots was
9.5
PG
milligram.
nick shot.
9 3/4. If you run at it fast enough, you'll go through the other side.
Yeah, I've got it.
50
I've got
ml
it in.
mixed into 250ml bottle.
I'm trying to vape this thing mouth to lung at the moment because I'm in my flat. As soon as I get out, I'm going to be putting on the wider drip tip and cranking this bad boy up. But for now, I've got to be quite gentle with it.
Do you have to go into the bathroom to vape like that?
No, I just can't cloud out.
Oh.
Anything that sits heavy will set my alarms off. Although that said, I've never actually done it. I just assume it will.
Let's test the theory.
I think we should try it live.
I'm
If
not going to.
Floyd can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, except it's not just my flat that the alarms go off in. It's the 3 other flats and the shop below that it all goes off on. So I'm not going to be responsible for that. And it's like the loudest fucking thing on earth. It is like a fucking air raid warning.
That'd be brilliant though if you had to continue the stream outside with next to a fire engine.
I mean, the thing is that everyone's so used to it going off for other bullshit reasons that it's the first person to run down to the cabinet and switch it off. Don't even look for a fire anymore.
There's literally just a switch on the wall. You're just like, shut up, get in the bin.
You have to go down to the fire cabinet just outside the entrance to the flat, and you just flick it off and go back. You're well away.
Does that mean you haven't had toast in months?
No, but the guy who lives in one of the flats, he works as like a chef, so he gets home at like 1-2 in the morning. He'll then put like some shit in the oven, fall asleep and forget about it, and the alarm fucking goes off. He's done it probably 7 or 8 times. So stop doing shit that needs to go in the oven, you prick. Use a microwave.
Did you tell a chef to use a microwave?
Honestly, like if you're gonna fall asleep whilst you're cooking, use a fucking microwave. Oh dear me. But yeah, that's what I'm vaping on. I was gonna get something else out, but A, I can't find it, and B, I'm enjoying this too much.
I'm glad you're enjoying your .AIO.
Oh, I fucking love it. Absolutely love it. Every now and then, I'll open it up to fill it, and all down the back of the pod is all like moist. So I can only assume that's from either condensation that's collected or a drop of liquid's got down the back and it's just spread.
Well, it's a leak box, isn't it? It's a leak box.
What this is?
Well, all in ones really.
Although that said, it doesn't leak. It's the amount of juice that's condensation. Like it's never leaked down the front. It's never come out the airflow. I think it's when I filled it and maybe I've got a bit around the edges.
If you just put a tiny strand of Cloud9 behind it, it will absorb it all up.
Yeah. See, that's what I've got kitchen roll for. No, it's fine. I love it. It's pretty much the only thing I've been using.
Are you going to get the RBA or the vape show?
Not this month. No. This month is car tax month. So, no. No, maybe next month. Although the vape show's got some horrible waiting list, hasn't it? So. He's a man of many words, is Alex. Yeah, so that's what I'm vaping on. What about you, Mark?
I am vaping on, same as usual, V3. I finished the last of my... What was I vaping on last week?
Reddister? Heisenberg?
No. I was back... I was on Shaky Apple, wasn't I? And that ran out. So this is where it all started. I went on to... Oh, my God. Can't remember what it's called now. What's the tobacco from Chef's?
The crunchy tobacco.
No, don't like
Tobacco Crunch.
No, don't like that at all. In fact, I'll show you how much I like that. He says. No, it's not there. Oh, yes, it is. That's how much concentrate I've got left of Tobacco Crunch.
Wow.
Not
a fan then.
Not a fan. This is... I can't even remember now. Come on, someone help me out.
Chef's Tobaccos. Is it just called tobacco?
No, it's... it'll come to me. One day.
Right.
One day.
Got to find out now.
And also Purge. And still getting through on the elderflower. And apple. Come on, what? No, it's gone. Well,
I just love how the chat is massively just slagging off my financial situation. I actually cook 90% of every meal I eat. I actually cook from scratch.
in the microwave.
No, not in the microwave. All my days.
Wrecker?
No, it's one of it's got like a London acronym to it, a London feel to it. It's like caramel tobacco from...
It's made by chefs, or it's made
It's
by
not
someone that...
no, it's not made by chefs. It's made by somebody else.
Oh.
Oh my god. I'm sure this makes very boring viewing.
Right, news. What do you think of that? Chat, hit the internet, find out what it's called.
Oliver's Twist. Oliver's Twist. Oliver's Twist.
A London vibe to it, Oliver's Twist.
Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist. Oliver. It is. It's got a right London vibe to it.
Please, sir, can I have 12 milligram 50-50?
See, the reason I didn't say chefs is because Oliver's Twist is boom juice. If I thought it was an original chef's flavour.
But Steve's good mates with him, isn't he? So.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Right. Anyway, so bit of news. Found an interesting article. So vaping and heart disease setting the record straight. So let's move that closer. In June 2019, a paper by prominent US academics found that people who used e-cigarettes were at greater risk of heart attack. The authors concluded that e-cigarettes were just as risky as tobacco in provoking heart attacks, and that using e-cigarettes and traditional cigarettes at the same time was even riskier. Unsurprisingly, this caused a stir in the media in the form of over 35 news stories. Also unsurprisingly, it provoked vigorous scientific debate. 8 months later, the paper is retracted. When a paper is retracted, it means that we can't trust its results. It's like being unpublished. The problem is the paper still exists. It's in news stories, it's on social media, it's in documentaries. Smokers see these stories and increasingly think e-cigarettes are as harmful as smoking. And that's a problem because smoking is deadly. In the study, the authors used a large set of information from adults in the US. In particular, they looked at people who smoked and people who used e-cigarettes, whether those people had heart attacks. a major problem with studies like this is which came first. If people who use e-cigarettes are more likely to have heart attacks, what does this tell us? Does it mean that e-cigarettes can cause heart attacks, or that people who have heart attacks are more likely to try vaping? You can test for this by looking at which came first, the heart attack or the e-cigarette. So the journal states that the authors were asked to look at this during the peer review process. In response, they provided some extra information which doesn't appear to be what the reviewers had asked for. This information was not confirmed by the journal, and the paper was published. Concerns were raised after the publication, at which point the journal asked the authors to reevaluate. The authors replied that they could no longer access the data, and therefore this means that we cannot trust the paper. So, do we think that the existence of a paper that has had its results retracted can still sway public opinion?
No, not at all.
Do you think they're going to care that it's been retracted, if they even know that it's been
They
retracted?
probably don't know it's been retracted. It's been republished that many times online that that's it. It's in the public domain now. There's never getting rid of it. It's like,
The media don't care anyway, because you'll see a headline like, I don't know, craft beer causes cancer, and then you actually read into it and it'll be like, a test in the back end of Russia with 5 people concluded that this da 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 da, and they base the whole story over it.
it's bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
Yeah. Surely the correlation of vapors and heart attacks is the fact that they were smoking for 30 years of their life.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Dinky said it can, it will, it has, unfortunately.
What? Kill people?
Swayed public opinion.
Oh, I was going to say. I want to see evidence, damn you.
Yeah, so I just think that's interesting. I found quite a few articles on that particular paper that's been retracted, and they're trying to get the word out there that, I mean, it was quite a big paper when it came out. It's the American Heart Association who released it. So we're not talking a small body here.
It wasn't Dick Cheese behind it, was it? What's his face?
Oh, I know who you mean. The Greek-sounding dude.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't him. It was the American Heart Association that released it, and they fucked up. Right, next bit of news is that Maryland plans to ban vaping products. A Maryland bill, which will be heard by the Senate Finance Committee, would ban the sales of flavored vaping products across the states. We've heard this before. Senate Bill 410 was proposed by the Maryland State Senator Benjamin Kramer, or Senators Benjamin Kramer, James Rosapeep, and Christopher West. In addition, earlier this month, Maryland Comptroller Peter Francho banned the sale of disposable e-cigarettes, closing a loophole left by the nationwide ban which exempted disposable products. Senator Kramer pointed out that the bill would cover any and all flavored vaping products, adding there's a very fine line between menthol and mint flavoring, and that line is way too fine. A state task force assigned to e-cig regulations is expected to release a report and recommendation shortly. Meanwhile, last May, the Mid-Atlantic state also passed a legislation raising the legal age to purchase tobacco from 18 to 21. Signed by Governor Larry Hogan, the law had added vaping products to the list of tobacco products. He says there's no more important job than protecting the health and safety of Marylanders, said Hogan in a statement at the time. This regulation requires retailers to place warning signs stating the age limit. However, it includes an exception which allows people over 18 and 18 and over in possession of military IDs to purchase tobacco, a provision that anti-tobacco advocates oppose. So as long as you're in the military and over 18, you can buy your cigarettes.
Why?
I don't know. Seems like a weird law.
No,
Maybe there's some... Yeah.
That's weird.
Maybe there's something in the Constitution or something.
Maybe. But imagine if you're like, you just turn 18 or you've been 18 for a year and you're a smoker or whatever, and then it goes up. I mean, that happened to me when the smoking age went from 16 to 18.
Happened to me. Yeah. Smoked for a year, then couldn't.
Yeah. I mean, I had somewhere that sold it to me anyway.
Well, yeah, that's it. I did see today as well, I think Turkey's done all-out ban.
Have they?
Yeah, sale of everything. Sale of mods, atomizers, juice, vaping in public.
I just typed in Turkey vape van and
Yeah, so you can still vape in Turkey. You can't import, export, or produce,
Oh,
or sell it within the country.
so if you have it, it's fine, but you can't get it. That's illegal.
Yeah, so if we went on holiday to Turkey and we were vaping, no problem at all. But if you were bringing it into the country to sell, or you were making the products and selling them to another country, then yeah, that wouldn't be.
There's quite a few online stores. Quite a few online stores in Turkey.
Yeah, yeah, there is a few.
Fakirs are from Turkey, they're not?
Yeah.
There's another one as well, I'm sure.
I can't think of any off the top of my head. I don't know. I'm not sure. Right. So those are the 2 bits of news I found. Everything else was just the same old bullshit about the Ivali illnesses, the lung illnesses, and more shit about the FDA approving or disapproving some rule, and just same old, same old. There's no point in repeating myself each week. It's just a bit more interesting when new shit comes up. But I did like the idea. I did like the fact about that paper being retracted. I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I will find a link to something somewhere about it.
Damn right.
Mm.
I want to put a picture up, and I just want to see how many people, save a copy, recognise this person. I'm sure some of the old schoolers will remember it. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Where's it gone? So, anybody recognise this guy? Those of you in chat.
I think my Twitch is super behind.
There we go. Matt Waits, Martin Parker. Martin Parker has made a comeback. Indeed, Mr. QVC himself. He has made a comeback. He's back, and he is reviewing again.
Brilliant.
What's he reviewing?
He only ever reviewed Juice, I think, properly. And having a look over his channel the other day, he seems to be going back to some of the old favourites. But no, I was massively impressed. It was like...
Lloyd, take notes, see if we can get Vapor Bay on QVC.
Diddy, I've never been clean shaven. Sorry. I came out like this. Born with a beard.
I say when you change your profile picture, Mark, I was half expecting you to come on tonight without a beard.
No, I did.
That's a very old picture.
It is. There was a reason behind it, but yeah. So those of you that want to seriously go and check some of his stuff out. But
no way his channel's called Vaping Reviews.
It is. That's how long he's been going.
Incredible.
State of Vape February supplementary content 2 hours ago. That was a bit loud, sorry. But yeah, if you do get bored of him, please feel free, go watch him on, I think he's on the Embroidery Show or something like that. He sells sewing machines and all that jazz. I bought Skelly back in the day, most of his review. Yeah, it might be worth going back and watching some of his new stuff.
He's a weird looking dude, isn't he? And that's coming from me.
He's a nice guy. But Daddy Pig Digby's, he's gone back to Digby's. Lancashire Steam Company. Manabush. I'm not sure why he needs to do a brand introduction for Martin. But, yeah, no. Those of you that have never heard of him, go check him out. I'm sure he's not on par with Super Dude or Superman or whatever his name is. But
Super Bloke.
Super Bloke, that's it. So,
Next big.
Marksky he actually looks younger now than he did then.
Must be all the creams that he's got off QVC.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of face creams.
Indeed. What were you saying, Cass?
So big news for anyone that remembers these guys. Colonel Boom's Bang Bang Juice. They make the classics Camino and Headshot and By Jove. They are packing it all in. They're shutting up shop, selling off the rest of their stock, and calling it a day.
Where in the world are they? UK.
Sheffield. Yeah. Sure, they're Sheffield based.
Yeah. I remember because back in the day we used to sell them in my shop, and then when everything went TPD, they wanted almost twice as much for their bottles as anyone else did, which is why we stopped selling them. And I think that was sort of the beginning of the end for them, because they said in that there was a big post that he wrote, didn't he, about how it's the fastest to the bottom of the pile, you know, and they couldn't keep up with that, and they didn't want their product to suffer. Yeah. What do you guys think about it?
Lee goes, I've known Lee for a long, long time. In fact, I went through, actually went back when I found out, and when did I first start talking to Lee? Years ago. 4th of March 2015 was the first conversation I had with Lee. So it's been going a long, long time. He's a nice guy, he's a genuine guy, he's an honest guy, and again, it's another company that the industry is, I don't want to say destroyed, because I'm sure there's many reasons, but
I don't know. It's sad to see an OG company go down like that, but there's so much saturation, so much competition, and post TPD, I never really saw their name much. I didn't see them at shows. I didn't see them.
I know they were definitely at some of the fests.
Yeah,
definitely. In fact, I think he may have been in the Big Top.
Okay. Anyone in chat? Did you used to use Boom, Colonel Boom?
Evening, JB.
I never heard of it, but I think I might buy some now just to try.
Did before the TPD. Never heard of it either. No, I'm surprised.
Headshot from Colonel Boom used to be my all-day vape. Their custard. What was their custard called?
Colonel Custard.
Yeah.
And it was a good custard. It was a good custard.
Yeah. So kind of sad to hear about that, really, because,
like I say, another OG disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
You can see why though. I went to the London Expo the other weekend, and I know it's a Sunday, but there was probably about 40 people there, and probably about 120 staff.
I don't think anyone knew about it.
So if you're a small juice company and you're paying what, $8,000, $10,000, whatever for a booth, and then
that happens.
40 people turn up on the whole day.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big hit.
Thing is, they shouldn't have been charging Expo Birmingham prices for the first one in London.
They should have been giving them free space, I think.
But the cost of putting on a London show, physically, the cost for them to hire that, I quote unquote arena, that
one of the most expensive parts of town.
Yeah, that train station couldn't have been cheap to rent for the weekend.
I mean, that's probably why Vape Jam's getting smaller and smaller and taking up less and less space in XL. Because at one point it was like 4 rooms of XL. Last time I went, it was 1 room of the XL Centre. It's not large.
I think a lot of people have got expectations. They've been to Expo at Birmingham in the Way Day. I mean, back in the days where it was
monstrous.
And to go to another show, people will just, the quietest show I ever did was the Manchester.
What, the Lifestyle Expo?
Yeah. Chris gets AIDS just thinking about Jam. No. And as far as trade goes, it was horrific. And had I have paid for my stand, I'd have been irritated.
Yeah, too right.
I didn't. Therefore, nah. But as the weekend goes, it was an incredible weekend because it was the right people.
Was that the one that had like the skate displays and the Star Wars?
Yeah.
Had like tattoo stalls as well, didn't they?
It was.
Did they ever do that again?
No. Emil, I believe a lot of money was lost.
Yeah. Well, people go to these shows not expecting any more to spend money. I mean, people do spend money, of course they do, but 95% of the 30 million free tickets that they give away. I mean, you buy 1 ticket and they send you free tickets for life.
Yeah.
So they're not making money on tickets really, and then people go along and go, "Well, I'll see what free shit I can get. It hasn't cost me anything," and then I'll disappear off again.
Well, they don't. They rely on the vendors paying for the show. Okay, people will buy the VIP tickets for the free shit, but yeah, it's a shame, really. It's a shame, but as they say, a show's what you make it.
Yeah.
Always has been. If the right people are there, you're going to have a great time. You're meeting up with friends, colleagues, whatever. People that you only usually see on the other side of a screen. You can have a cracking weekend, which is why a lot of people like Jam for the pub.
Yeah.
And they'll walk round for an hour, and then they'll spend the rest of the weekend in the pub. It's true.
No, you're not wrong.
Well, they did actually have a modders gallery there.
Yeah, it's not
six tables, 4 empty, 2 core builders.
Wow.
And I asked at one of the stands, were there any modders actually there? They're like, no one turned up.
Amazing. Even the Vape Jam modders gallery was basically empty. They probably had 30 little glass booths, and there was 6 or 7 people.
They ought to put on in instances like that. Do you know the guy that sells empty cabinets?
Yeah.
Have you ever walked round and felt really sorry for some poor guy that's just stood there with all empty? Yeah, he actually sells the cabinets. He doesn't vend and anyway.
Yeah.
I went up for it. I was vending that year, and I went up to him. I was like, "Mate, what happened? Did everything get stopped in customs?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Well, where's all your stuff then?" He's like, "I sell these cabinets." I was like, "Okay." So I will let you off.
Oh dear.
Chris wants to know if Vic had a stand.
Kelpie is hot gear.
To be fair, when I went to Expo, there was a Kelpie stand for the Kelpie RTA. I mean, it was in the... Is it E-Pro? It was in the E-Pro stand area, but...
It's no Vape fanny apart from Alex. And I know Martsky's just commented in the past week there's been a bit of drama. I know Martsky and I have spoken a couple of times in the past week and ended up frustrating ourselves. We're waiting for the postman's big reveal, aren't we?
Oh yeah, all the dirt.
Do you think he'll do it?
Probably. For the views.
What's the big reveal?
Text messages, video calls. Don't know.
For what?
Just drama.
So they're just he's basically going, I'm going to reveal all of this shit. And then he's gone, guys, we need to write some shit. And then...
Who was it that shut his channel down?
Empire Vape Co.
Empire Vape Co. shut his channel down, didn't he?
Yeah. But then he's having a fucking hissy fit over something.
To be fair, what he's frustrated about, I'd be frustrated about, to be fair.
What's that?
Well, you got something to do with kids?
No, that was the postman.
That's postman.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah. Evening, Dale. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for swinging by. Or Victoria. Oh, okay.
Mike says, "Kill me now."
I mean, I'm sure as more information comes out, he says, "Look, there's a bunch of they're all a bunch of moaning bitches." To be honest, I mean, when was the last time they actually spoke about something that wasn't each other?
I know.
Shut down due to his mental health and stress about what's going on. Well, I'm sorry, and I agree that there are mental health issues, but to a certain degree, a lot of these people are a product of their own demise. They're creating the situations that are causing them stress, and I'm not invalidating their stress. Stress can be very real; it can do some very horrible things to you. But also, they didn't do anything to stop the situations being created that caused them the stress.
Mm.
Not everyone will agree with me on that. Maybe that's just me, but
no, they're a product of their own success, aren't they?
They made their bed. They need to lay in it.
Yeah, and I think it's all very well bitching, moaning, and crying about it, but when the shoe's on the other foot, they're quite happy to dish it. They just can't take it.
As we've seen from anyone that's had a parody video made about them, the only person that did find it funny was TVP. He had one made about him, and he commented saying, "This is fucking brilliant." Empire Vape Co. pulled it. Vic pulled it.
Oh, well.
Apparently you've gone full hippie, Cass.
How? Elaborate, DM. Elaborate.
I'd say he's more Craig David in his current get-up.
Craig David? Thing is, the Scouser seemed to be loving the drama until he didn't. Yeah, Chris is right.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on, because it ain't going to be long before Mr. Chandler's going to be here with something interesting that he's promised us. So, Mark, have you got that picture I sent you? And then we'll do the bit we wanted to talk about.
Sorry, I was flicking through drama groups. I actually was. I was saying if he'd had his account closed again, but it turns out he hadn't. There we go. One picture.
Okay, so if this picture's up... Oh, my Twitch is frozen again. So Mooch has found some, or has been notified and is posting about some fake VTC5As. So they look like standard. So I'll go through the... I mean, I know you guys can read, but I'll go through it. So it says the printing must be on the metal can, not on a second wrap. So these have two wraps to them. The green one on the outside and a thinner, sort of translucent one on the inside. The top must have two dimples, as you can see in the top right picture there. There's those two little dimples circled in red. The fakes do not have the dimples. You can probably spot the double wrapping by looking at the edge of the wrap at the top or bottom with a magnifier. Photos used with permission of that guy. So it says this is a genuine VTC battery with the two dimples. As far as I know, all genuine VTCs have these. However, having the dimples does not guarantee your batteries are genuine, as there are fake VTC5As that use VTC5s. They have the dimples, but the original metal can printing was removed and new printing put on the can. And this is what, 20th? This is only 4 or 5 days old. More fakes are getting in, and they can get into mainline production streams as well. I remember my company ordered a bunch of 25Rs from Flawless, and they were fakes, and they'd got somewhere into the distribution pool. Yeah.
That was nothing to do with Flawless. They had got into...
Oh, it's not Flawless's fault.
No, it had got into the distribution chain. I remember that happening.
And we only figured it out when we sold a bunch of batteries and everyone came back saying, well, these are dying within an hour. These are terrible. And then you look at it and you look for the signs and you find them. Chris says, I think we should get TVP, that Scouser, Vic, and the other Bella, and lock them in a room until 3 of them are dead, and one emerges like a sweaty, bloody barbarian leaving the Thunderdome. Hunger Games for completely backwards vape industry morons. Yeah, but Vic would just do them up the bottom.
Only if it was in a Tesco.
Only if it was in a Tesco.
Oh, what? I missed that. What's that?
Do you not remember? Do you not remember the video where he says something
Up the
about
bum.
up the bum at Tesco's?
I do, yes.
So yeah, anyway, that's the VTC5A thing that I found. I thought that'd be interesting and worth noting because I know people still do use them. I use them.
Thoughts on Totally Wicked? There, Totally Wicked, man.
Totally wicked. What?
Totally Wicked. Totally Wicked.
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
Oh, fuck you any day. Sorry, when we get a new follower, I have to read the names very carefully because the amount of times I've read out. Alpha Q, thanks for the follow, buddy. Right.
Vic would lose, but he'd still be the best fighter of 2020 in his opinion, and he'd lie about it and tell everyone he won.
Yeah, but for every fight he lost, he'd win 5.
I'll give you that. That was good.
Touche.
Right. You had a thing on that you put in the notes, Mark.
I did. Question.
Go.
Oh, sorry, I'm just... The screen just went... Question. Does anybody get any ailments from vaping? Not all the time, or things that come and go, or I don't know, just anything, an ailment that you think may be down to vaping.
I've got one.
Dry knuckles.
And it's not dry knuckles. I think Salt Nick makes me sneeze.
I've said that.
Because I've been vaping normal freebase for a little while, and I found a bottle of Salt Nick, and I was vaping on it, and all I've done for the last 2 days was sneeze.
That's coronavirus, mate.
I don't think it is.
Have you been to Italy?
Ooh, Chandler.
Yeah, Italy are fucked. All right. Hi, Chandler.
Salt Nicks makes me feel like I'm having an asthma attack. I can't breathe. So avoid them.
Do you find you get a tight chest on Salt Nick?
Yeah, really tight. There's only one that I've been able to vape, and that was a juice from South Africa. So I don't know what kind of salts they use, but all the ones I've had in the UK. Instant asthma attack.
Chris is on one. I get a headache all the time. Definitely vaping related. All the fucking idiots. Chest feels a bit funny when vaping a lot. Chandler.
DM says benzoic acid makes me sneezy and raggy. Salicylic salts is fine.
Salicylic's fine by me. I'm not a big fan of benzo. There we go. So Dennis has said this. I've put on our notes. I've been getting, since I switched my juice out recently, heartburn and indigestion, but also a shortness of breath.
Is that got anything to do with... Do you remember when you had a weird foot and you stopped drinking? You think that's related?
Sorry, say that again.
You had a little while back, you had a weird foot and you were told to stop drinking.
I wasn't told to stop drinking. I just assumed that it had got something to do with vaping. No, that got nothing to do with it. But no, I literally... I've been getting really short-breathed. Sort of, almost panty. Yes, it is
Panty.
Dennis. Dennis, it is me on my Facebook profile. granted, it's probably 15 years old, but it's definitely me. Fuck off, Chris. Why do you always try and put me in a box? But it's only come on. Literally, it came on the day I changed my juice. I don't know what you're all saying. Stop vaping it. I am a catfish.
Mega catfish. Sounds like you're becoming a dog.
It's the panting. But no, does anybody else either get indigestion or acid, or
Nah, just sneezing with salts. Everything else is fine.
there you go, Mark Ski.
I sometimes get acid depending on the flavour of juice that I'm vaping, which is really weird.
I think there is an ingredient that doesn't agree, mate. I agree, but I don't recall ever getting. Now, I remember I got it once before on a particular juice, and I'm going to go back to another one in a moment. And I remember I vaped it out, I saw it through, and it disappeared. One of my favourite juices of all times. You see what we mean, Alex?
Yeah.
One of my favourite juices of all times that I had to stop vaping was Akina.
The peach yogurt.
No, Akina was pear.
The
Pear yogurt.
that
That's it.
sometimes gets me as well. I'll be honest with you. I love Akina.
Gave me heart palpitations.
Yeah.
So, in the chat, we've got Marksy says, I've been getting shortness of breath as well. Mike MSP says, yeah, I do from lemony ones. Nightwork says, I get shortness of breath with lemon flavors. Chris has been getting acid for 12 years, so he's not sure it's relevant.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I used to get bad acid reflux when I smoked, and not since I switched.
No. Will the Don, I sometimes get acid when I'm smoking too high nicotine.
Don't most vapors suffer from butt hurts, or is it just people in general?
No, vapors are genuinely the most butt-hurtable people. It's like you shat in their kids' cereal when you tell them you don't like them. Lloyd's still plugging away at some product. And CJB gets a sore head, profuse bleeding from the rectum, heart palpitations and seizures. Whenever I vape a thing called the Kelpie, probably relevant.
That probably is. Yeah.
I get a sore barking spider. Pardon? I want a barking spider.
Oh, that's a point. Okay, so Mark says, I used to get shortness of breath with Copperberg pear. I'm sure it was down to the aspartame or whatever it's called. Aspartame, yeah. Is a sweetener.
I have a friend who's a trader, and he used to trade in commodities, and who's basically outright told that aspartame is just legal poison.
Oh, yeah. It's fully, I mean, it's a fully engineered, I think it was Dick Cheney that commissioned the invention of aspartame as a sweetener. So I remember reading about that somewhere. Yeah. It's aspartame, acesulfame is another one, and sucralose.
But sucralose vape's so nice.
Oh, it does. I mean, your coils hate it, but no, aspartame is really quite bad for you. They've actually linked it to Alzheimer's as well.
Chandler gets a sore arm from vaping, but I'm sure that's the strain from holding his mod so far away from the drip tip being so long.
Although, to be fair, last week it wasn't Chandler's drip tip that was long, it was his vape that was long.
Wait until you see what I've got this week.
Oh, God.
Fucking hell.
Is this your new thing?
Shall we move on to what you're vaping on, Chandler?
Okay. Right. I'm vaping on, and I just got my work set up, which is my cricket blotto, and yeah, some tickle me pink in there, and I'm back on that. been using that occasionally, but I'm back on that. And I've got a new, well, it's not a new juice. It's been in my cupboard for ages, but I think it's just improved with age.
Oh, yeah, that's maybe quite a. Go on.
This is made by
A real cheap company,
Alpha Vape.
isn't it? Yeah.
Alpha Labs.
Yeah.
And it's actually very nice. And we had this discussion on chat because that is a 60mm short fill intended for they produced it and they intended it to be used direct lung. I've just added some PG and nicotine and turned it into 6mg 50/50. And Mark's taken his headphones off. It does Mark's tree in the fact that I am more than happy to stick 20ml of PG in there instead of 10. I'm still talking about it because Mark goes, "Oh, it dilutes the flavour."
Oh, fucking hell.
And we definitely didn't talk about this earlier on.
No, we didn't. So yeah, it's for fuck's sake, it's like orange squash. You dilute to taste. Bloody hell. Okay, I'll stop now. Let's put his headphones back on.
Hello, are you all wonky, or is it my TV? Are we wonky tonight?
We wonky.
And why is my room backwards?
I've got a lean on. Oh, I'm ringing. That can wait.
Was that Faulty Towers or something random?
No, it's really it is the Nuka-Cola theme tune from Fallout 4.
Excellent. Oh, I
Yeah.
like that. Very good.
See, Chandler knows.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Nuka-Cola,
See-
Fallout 4.
See, if we want wonky, we just do that.
Yeah, that'll do.
You know what? I read the name. I don't know if it's Pink to Everyone, and I didn't actually work out that it was Damon. Good evening, Damon. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well.
The Damon F. as in
I
Damon Fairhurst.
looked at the name and I didn't. It just didn't click. Sorry, Damon. Good to see you, mate.
It's
Hi.
got clues in the name, I suppose.
I didn't read it. I read it as the really day, and then I just gave up.
The reeled Amonth is what I read, to be honest.
Ah, of course, yes. You're back into the music thing, aren't you? I was flicking through some old stuff on YouTube last night, hence how I came back across Martin Parker, because apparently I subscribed to him 10 years ago. And I spotted, because I'm subbed to Damon's channel, I noticed some music stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have to go and have a listen.
Yeah.
Was that the theme? Was that the theme music from Super Bloke Cars?
No, I've just stuck the link to it in the chat. Yeah.
Oh, Mark. I need your opinion on the drip tip.
That looks familiar. I'm sure I have a very similar one. Is that a Dibley?
No, it's a Siam Mods.
Same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a bit short for you, isn't it?
I think that's a bit too big for me. I'd like it a little bit shorter. But
I was sent that by Mr. Andrew Wiltz.
Oh, very nice.
That's Wiltsy.
Wiltsy with an E on the end. Sorry, Wiltsy.
So that came all the way from the States.
Yes.
So he bought a
Along
Siam
with-
drip tip,
Yeah.
flown it out to the States to fly it back again.
So along with that, and he's gone a bit overboard with the drip tips. To be honest with you,
How many did he send you?
I didn't. I've only just opened this and had a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hang on. 8.
You have to get your drip
How many
tips out for
children are you
lads now.
trafficking for that?
But he says, I'm going to send you something because I want to see how you're going to build it.
What has he sent you?
I probably shouldn't show you what it is. I probably ought to just hold it up and go, do you know what it is?
Chris just said, did you pay for them or cast them?
I cast them.
What is that? Is that a K-Fern?
No.
Vape fly.
Ah,
If I can zoom in on the drip tip.
it was the drip tip that made me think it was a K-Fern from the engraved.
Focus. You know you can do it, camera.
It's not a hurricane.
It's not Hurricane.
It did look like the Vapor Giant logo on the box.
Aha, that narrows it down a bit. Yeah, it's not going to pick it up. Anyone
No.
Anyone said anything in chat? No.
Vapor Giant.
It's the Vapor Giant Mini V2.5.
Let's have a look at the back then. I want
to see how not to put a coil in it.
How not to put a coil in it. So it's all very strange. You take the tank off and then you have to unscrew that bit. And it looks very mouth to lungy.
Nah, that hole's too big at the bottom.
But the hole's too big at the bottom. But what you can do is these 4 holes at the bottom have little grub screws in the packet.
Okay.
And you can screw those in there. So I'm assuming you could get it to a mouth to lungy. I don't know. What do you think, Andrew? I haven't particularly played with it yet because you can see there's no build in it. I'm actually intrigued to see how it's going to work direct lung because it reminds me so much of the Tayfun.
Yeah.
With that build deck.
Yeah. Agreed.
So interesting.
It'll be interesting to see how you deal with that one.
I might put a build in it. So excited! So stick some rolled mesh in hole. Yeah, no.
20 gauge 5 wrap.
5 wrap with some wire around it. Yeah. So look, I'm intrigued. I had a look. It's fairly new for me. So I had a look. It's only 5 years old. It's only been out 5 years. So
brand new to you then.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in the height of, I'm getting there now with the kids, getting down with the kids. I've got a Vapor Giant Mini. So yeah. It should be fun. You can mouth to lung any RDA with the help of gaffer tape. That is so true. You can't argue with that.
Really, you have to use no. I'm surprised you haven't used said an angle grinder, did he? Normally that's your solution to everything.
Angle grinder. I've just unscrewed that and there is something red rolling around inside. That doesn't look right.
Anybody got a boost RDTA thingy? No, I've heard lots about them, but I've never actually come across one that's got one.
I think Muchram's got a boost.
Has anyone got the RDTA section for it?
Dennis, night, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
I've just broke the I've just dropped the O-ring. Oh no, there it is.
Maybe if you'd have started it at the beginning of the show, you might have finished it by the time we roll credits.
I've kind of that O-ring is not an O-ring anymore. Broke it. I think there might be a spare one in the spares bag.
Nothing
if it's 5
worse than
years
a ruined
old,
O-ring.
They've designed it with 5-year-old logic, because some of those build decks 5 years ago were a thing of illogical beauty. and made 0 sense.
But
For
randomly
example.
worked really well.
Yeah, a lot of the simpler decks that are out now are actually worse than the ones that took you 3 hours to recoil. 100%. You know, it's all very well having one screw that coils it, wicks it, and juices it for you, but if it tastes shit, go on, Mark. Sorry, you look like you were.
Based on Lloyd's suggestion last week, I think I'm going to get the RTA you suggested.
Oh, which
what was that?
RTA
Because
was that?
I was at the vets.
I can't remember.
So hang on a minute. You just said I'm going to get the RTA that you suggested, but you can't remember what it is.
All I remember, wasn't it was it a really cheap one, or was that Chandler's that was really cheap?
No, I think it was mine. It's about 30 quid. Lloyd, come on. The Nautilus GT Dinky, it's not going to be tight enough for me.
It's also not rebuildable.
Was it not? I thought it was quite tight.
No, 0.8 for me. Thank you.
0.8.
Yeah, Lloyd's in the chat. You got to tell Mark what it actually is.
Oh, the gate.
Gate.
There we go.
The gate is good, actually. I tried one.
Hey.
It is tight.
Tight as a tiger.
Oh, and I think I've just got to tell you, because Andrew included something else in the box, and
He's very generous.
I think I've figured out what it is. It's taken me a minute to work out what it is, and
Coronavirus?
Is that an RTA with a massive long
yeah, that is going to be absolutely bonkers. It hasn't got the deck on it because that's just the tank. There you go. And you know how tall my my Brunhilde is. There's no drip tip on it, so hang on.
How many sections screwed together is that?
Where's the drip tip gone? There it is. Hang on. That is going to look awesome on top of here. Wait a minute. Oh, that's going to look fabulous.
That's essentially the dad joke of vaping, isn't it?
What's that?
Chandler.
Just that RDA.
It looks like a chimpanzee's erection. It don't look right.
I'm going to have to... Right, basically, it's the Scrape. Which one's this one? Scrape X?
No.
Don't know, Andrew, tell us.
I think it's Scrape X. No. He didn't send me... I've already got this. The bit Andrew sent me is these two bits, the two extensions.
Oh.
So mine was actually that this is mine and was that high. I've put the extensions in. I do not know when I mentioned this on the show that I'd got this Scrape, because it must be ages ago. And Andrew's gone, I've got something that will fit something you've already got.
Actually, it was when we were talking about Jay Hayes, because we were talking about the features that the Scrape had.
Yeah, and how he's remembered that I'd got it, I'm well impressed. But yeah, I bought the RDA extension. Where is it? There you go. So you get an RDA cap and that and a new deck, and that goes on the Scrape base, turns it into an RDA. So that's how I've been using that. But it means in order to put it back in the tank, I'm going to have to rebuild it, because I'm going to take the wire out, put the tank deck back in again, and rebuild it.
God's
put
truth,
it back in
not
the tank.
more rebuilding.
I know.
Mark will take his headphones off again in a minute.
So that is going to make the world's most redonkulous. I wonder how much mil that's going to hold. That's going to hold a ridiculous amount of juice in there. Look at that.
Right, before we go into Instagram adventures.
I don't have anything for Instagram adventures yet.
Oh, you don't have anything for Instagram adventures, do you?
So in the meantime, I've got this all set up, Alex.
Yeah.
What is it you wanted to do?
A giveaway.
Cool.
Long and short of it. We've got some E-Merta goodies to give away
On screen
via
now.
the Vape. So you've got the build mat, keyring, lanyard, and 2 bottles of juice with Nick. It will come with Nick. So if you want to enter, put X1 in the chat now.
And as you do it, I'm going to be typing your names into a randomizer, and then we're just going to announce it right now.
Yeah, so no other chat, just X1 if you want to join, and then we'll close it.
Someone
Very
read the names
soon.
out to me.
Dennis,
Damon,
Orgy,
Audrey, Night Work. Chandler, you can't enter.
What? Damn it!
Diddy, Alicam.
Diddy, Alicam. So yeah, remember, put X1 in the chat now if you haven't already.
Lloyd. Oh, hang on. Do I need to check YouTube? Hang on.
We've got Mick.
yeah.
Oh yeah, check
And-
YouTube, because if there's anyone in YouTube, they'll be sorely annoyed if we're not. If
Mick,
we're
Jono.
ignoring them.
Gareth, Vape
Gareth.
Extreme,
Gareth, not Grath, Gareth.
Matt
Grath.
Waits,
Matt
Maffy,
Waits. What was that last one?
Maffy.
Cool.
Lloyd.
Any more?
Oh, hang on. Do I need to?
Just double checking. Diddy. I didn't put Diddy. Oh no, I did put Diddy down. Okay.
I should
Host
say.
vote. Can Jono enter?
No, he's not a team member anymore. He's
He's
He's ex-show member. I'm just waiting. YouTube hasn't actually.
So was that a yes or a no?
No.
No,
No, he can.
no.
He can enter.
Yeah.
Wait. What was that last one?
Maffy.
Right. I'm just going to do a quick, make
Cool.
sure I figure out how this works.
Lloyd.
Any more?
Oh, hang on.
Because if I break it mid thing, people are going to start calling foul.
You're trying to do randomizer.
Yeah, but it's a very posh one that Alex is. Okay. That's ridiculous. Right.
It's
Okay.
hilarious, mate.
So is this?
Oh, no, I
Any,
just-
any stragglers? Anyone left?
Anyone
You've got
left?
10 seconds.
Ooh, 10 seconds. You're harsh.
Dis, nerve, wheat, set, seat. Sorry.
Yeah, you know it, Martin. I did steal it off of Dennis.
Okay.
Are we done? Now, what are the rules on this? Are you covering postage UK?
Covering postage Europe.
Sweet.
Wow.
Rest of the world has to pay.
Yeah. Are we going to do it like when Lloyd does his? So on the third go, or are we just going to hit it and go?
No, because it's the wheel. We'll just do it once.
Okay.
The
Cool.
wheel of
You've got a wheel.
Miss.
Got a wheel, mate.
All right. So let me
Fortune.
try and share this and see if we can get it going. This might not work.
This is going to
Screen.
bugger up my screen. You mark my words.
Possibly. Give me a second. That. Right, I've got to move this because I've got to move it onto the correct sodding thing for it to screen share. Otherwise, it won't pick up that it's doing it. Oh dear, I just closed it all.
Please, no more entries, as your entry may not be counted and you may still be charged.
Right, so let me just screen share this.
Oh, probably should have told you the flavours as well. You got chocolate donut, which is bang on. Chocolate donut. And
Okay.
the strawberry nectarine and guava.
What's your favourite?
Right,
Of the two,
Donut.
the dessert one's a fruit.
right, what's happening? I don't know what's happening on the screen, so this could be interesting.
That's it.
So, as we can see, we have Dennis, Damon, Orgy, Nightwork, Diddy, Alicam, Mick, Jono, Gareth, Vapes Extreme, Matt, and Maffy. Have we missed anyone? Is that everyone?
That is mildly impressive. I like that.
Okay, we ready?
Are we not?
We're just doing just the one spin, Martin.
Okay, here we
just
go.
one spin.
And spin.
Ooh.
I like this. I like the slight delay on Twitch. It's
Dink.
Yeah, which will come about 3 seconds after it's actually stopped because of the delay on.
We have a winner. Vape
Vape Extreme.
Vape to Extreme.
There we go.
Join the Vapor Bay group if you're not in it, and contact me or Lloyd, and we'll get that all sorted out and out to you.
Awesome. That went well.
Yeah, surprisingly well.
Yeah, well done, Bert. Way to go, mate.
Yeah. Apologies for any misspellings in there. I was typing quite quickly, and I realised night work that your name is not spelt the way I wrote it.
Unsubs.
Unsubs.
Does Jono even sub? I thought he sent his subs elsewhere now.
Oh,
I'm joking.
it's all right. Alex promised to do a giveaway every single week for the next year. So there'll be plenty of chances for everyone to win.
Does Alex know that he's promised that?
Yeah, he said it when he was on the train back from Vape, whatever he went to. He was fairly drunk. But he said it was going to be a really good idea, and he wanted to lose at least 500 quid a month worth of stock to giveaways. So
yeah, next week is a sachet of coffee.
Oh dear me! Right,
Bear with me. I'm still copying over.
it's all good. It's all good.
Hell.
I'm sorry, is it taking a while?
A little bit.
A little bit of a time.
I've just realised I've got multiple images. I thought, I've seen that. And it wasn't. It was a different colour.
Ah.
I spelled Dinky's name wrong as well.
How can you spell Dinky wrong?
I don't think I did. Wait a sec. Wait a minute. Dinky didn't enter.
Who?
Mr.
Martin.
Dinky Zaranov. Yeah, he didn't enter. I'm looking at all the X1s. Then I did it. Yeah, sorry, mate. You didn't enter. Although that's surprising that you've been watching the entire show and the one time we get a giveaway, he doesn't enter.
Oh, he's got plenty of juice.
Christ, you got a hard on for E-Cig Zoo.
Hey?
He's just gone through the E-Cig Zoo feed and gone like copy.
Pretty much.
Right. View small size icons so I can see them all. Cool. We're ready to rock and roll.
That's good.
Where would you like to start?
It's all right. I've got distracted by a vapor giant.
It's almost like we're live, isn't it?
Is it? Are we live? Are we?
Almost.
What?
Can't spend 3 weeks editing this.
Right, I like the fact that I sent these to you, but it's now taking my computer half an hour to download everything. Right, first one.
Start one.
Can we start?
Go on.
I was going to start with the Facebook post.
They're all
If you can see it.
You've only sent me Instagram posts. What?
Is one of them? I thought it was a Facebook post. Oh, the one from Nigel. There you go.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, missed that. You should just said the red one because that's all I could see.
Okay, the red one, please.
There we go.
There you go. I just thought I would share this one because somebody else knows how to build an O-Atty.
What's your comment on there?
I'm just about to have a look.
There you go.
He said the best way to build it, trying to get it straight, is a complete faff. What did Nigel say to that?
That's a good question. What did Nigel say to that? We ended up with a right little chat going on there, with somebody chiming in, going, "No, you have to build it straight," and it's like, nope, no, we don't. Facebook. I'm never going to find it now, am I? It's going to take me half an hour.
Oh, well, Mr. Troll.
I mean,
Mr. Troll.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hello.
you did.
This is very random, but I've been Snapchatting with a girl for like 3 days, and we were Snapchatting with each other. And like 5 minutes ago, she blocked me on Snapchat and Instagram randomly. I think she was a thought, I think she's a thought. We were 14.
Okay.
Troll of the year goes to.
Yeah. Man. I wish I could had enough time to just spend my life dropping into random streams, dropping random comments, and then leaving like a thief in the night.
Yeah. That would be it. This is going to take me ages to find the bloody
Next.
post now, isn't it?
Next.
Yeah, go for the next one. I'll come back to it.
Next one.
Just
I'm going to do the 2 RDAs that are very similar.
okay. There might even be 3.
Is that? You only sent me 2.
This is the new.
Yeah, we haven't done the coil of the coil first, which we normally do. But hey ho.
What's this? The new Grim RDA.
Oh, the new cash grab card.
Yeah. These are they're not the new ones; they're the old ones. Technically,
They're the old stock that's been coated.
They've just resprayed old stock.
They're exactly the same boxes. They are the original recipe RDAs.
Are they trying to charge original version prices as well?
Do you know? I don't know
They're
how
probably
much
more.
they're. I don't know how much they're charging. Let me have a.
Because I think the originals were about 45 quid.
They were never that much, were they?
Yeah, I think they were.
Oh yeah.
Plus another 25 quid for the squonk pin.
I can't do. Why? How did I type RDA as ARD? How does that work?
Who's Simon Amstel?
Comedian.
Oh, apparently I sound just like him.
Oh, you sound posh.
I don't know who. I'm gonna have to look him up now.
He used to be on Never Mind the Buzzcocks before it
Oh,
went in
him.
the bin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm. Yeah.
Here we go. Original recoils, $79.99 American dollars.
$79.
Mm-hmm.
That's about
50
55
quid,
quid.
isn't it?
It's $80.
Fucking Christ.
So yeah, they would. They were 50 quid. I remember it being 50 quid when.
No, we stopped them.
Did you?
Yeah.
How much did you charge for them?
I thought that I got 30 quid in my head.
Love that everyone's leaning in just to have a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all fine.
I think they were
Just leave
30
it.
quid.
They are
30
made in
quid.
China.
I'm sure we charged.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I'm sure we charged 35 quid.
Okay. Fair enough. Sorry, I just thought I'd show you these fancy. Basically, someone's been let loose with the kids' poster paints.
And then a can of hairspray afterwards just to lacquer it.
I wonder whether he
Absolutely.
let Ruby loose on them in her kitchen while she was making all of her other mods.
Maybe.
Anyway, I thought I'd show you because I do like the original recoil. It's one of the If I fancy an RDA, I go for a recoil.
Yeah, that's right, Dennis. There's what's that? There was an RDA and it was named by Grim Green. Not even collaborated, just named.
Just named.
Yeah.
Should we get
that.
the one with the juice bottles?
that's
Because
quite the cool.
you've put someone else. We're going for the coil of the week. He's done the coil.
It's a stovetop.
Look at that.
What all them
Honestly.
spiky bits? That looks amazing.
It's flat wire wrapped round. Those spiky bits sticking out are actually. I think they're flat wire Clapton
Yeah.
Did you just
with a braid on the inside.
Cheers, Jono.
Amazing. Yeah, it's like it's been folded back on itself.
It's absolutely crazy, and
You're gonna need a bubble glass though.
yeah, well, blatantly, obviously, no top caps going over that, is it?
Do you know what I like about that? Is that you could run
Go
your
on.
wick. You could run your wick round.
Yeah.
You could actually just wrap your wick round it. Yeah. You're still not going to get a top cap on it.
No.
It hangs over the base of the RDA. It's purely decorative.
As Marksky says, some work going into that. Useless as fuck, but who cares? I'd love to brand someone with that.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
I think you brand yourself with it, trying to get the cotton on
Oh,
it.
that sounds like a new segment.
They've obviously not. Yeah, who can we brand? Yeah, they've obviously not fired it because it's not coloured at all. I've
Latest
got
one.
a horrible feeling it would have horrible hotspots.
Maybe it's Canthol. Maybe it doesn't colour.
It could be.
Mm.
Go on then. Next
Maybe
one.
it was so
We'll
low
do
you
the
couldn't fire
other.
it.
Should we do the other coil? If you could.
Take care, Dinky. Good to see you, buddy.
Bye, Dinks.
See you later.
The next coil is... No, I quite like this because...
I know.
It's quite pretty in a weird sort.
Ooh.
It reverses and then.
But I know
again.
that's going to be warm.
You reckon?
It's gonna be a hot one because it's I don't know 24, 22 maybe.
Yeah.
That looks like it was a right arse to get that tidy.
That is well tidy, isn't it? With those two loops in there.
Very
It's-
pretty.
I want to make that.
And it looks like you just wick that. I reckon I want to see it with wick on. It would look awesome with a wick on that, wouldn't it?
I do want to go.
I reckon we challenge Lloyd to make that for next show.
Yeah. Lloydo.
I think we should.
We didn't get to play his music tonight, did we?
No. Lloyd ain't fixing nothing this week.
Nothing or nothing.
Nothing or nothing.
Oh, it's terrible. Just disgraceful.
Chris's Photoshop of that sign in the group was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to squint my eyes at it. Yeah, it does look a bit like a notch coil.
It does.
I actually saw it on a thumbnail, and thought it was a notch coil, and it was only when I clicked on it and looked up at it that I went, oh.
Did anyone ever use the notch coils?
No.
No, I had one. I had one that I did try, and it was just shit. I just spit it out.
Whiz
Hang on.
round wire.
Has anyone ever tried the notch coils? Everyone says no. Chandler.
Everyone says no, except
But
I did try one
but I
that
did
came
have
with
one.
a bag. Yeah,
Because Wizmec at one point were trying to push that shit hard.
it was in the. It was in. I think I put it in. It was ridiculously low.
Yeah, really, really low. Would
Yeah.
burn immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't actually vape on it. I built it and just went. Yeah,
No flavour whatsoever.
So-
I have for a week when I was writing a review for Joytech.
So I tried it in the bastard bridge in the BB in the bullet. You tried a notch
No.
coil in a billet box. Good
Does
God.
anyone remember the Theorem, the half glass, half steel thing they brought out? The Theorem RTA.
Is that the one that the cotton was on top and wicked downwards?
Yeah, but it was absolutely well overpacked with cotton, and it had a notch coil in it.
Okay. I
Alex
remember the
needs
Theorem,
music.
but-
What music should he have? Don't know.
Oompa Loompa song.
Yeah. All right, what's next?
I don't know. What's next? What we got?
Let's go for the modern tank.
Yeah, it was the Theorem. Theorem was the one I was thinking.
Okay. The modern type, the grey one.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dean the vaping biker, we know he's into his photography now more than his vapes, but I actually saw this and thought it was a full on advert. But Dean's done that. He's taken the photograph and shopped it. And
I mean, that does look like a stock photo.
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Surprised
Yeah,
at what you
but
could do
Dean's-
with a few black cards just to control your shadows.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
Next.
It's not easy to get something reflective right. It's very,
No.
very difficult.
Yeah. No, and it's he's done a good job of that. Mildly impressed. So
Matt
Go on
Waits
then,
looks like a creme de vape post.
does look like crimp. That's what I thought it was. I looked and went, oh, something new with the K-Fun. And it took me a moment to realise it wasn't, but it's it's good. Like it.
Next.
Juice bottles.
When Mark wakes up.
He's all right. He's going to sleep. This is when Mark thinks of okay.
Oh Christ.
Well,
hang on, I'm gonna crop out the.
Not gonna lie, that is the single most depressing
what are you
shelf
cropping
of the
out?
liquid I've ever seen.
Oh, curiosity.
Curiosity's all right. Abracadabra's not the best in the range. It's a nice pink lemonade.
That Curiosity one, don't they have a bearded lady one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's Tattooed Lady, that one. So it's E-Cig Zoo's 6th birthday. I thought it was something worth mentioning. See, I've got a bit of a soft spot for E-Cig Zoo, seeing as I grew up in Wisbech, and
But that shelf is so depressing. There's one bottle of each flavour on there. In like this anemic-looking wall.
I think it is a close-up. I think there is another shelf just above it.
I should hope so. It's a shop.
E-Cig Zoo, this is our juice range.
I was going to say, yeah. This is what we've got, and just five bottles sitting on a shelf.
Dennis has just said we'll walk straight past that. Now I've heard that the Curiosity range is incredible. I've heard it's a very good range. However,
that is a good range.
I hate their branding. I hate their labels. I hate everything about their brand, and I would not buy it. I'm sure the juice is amazing, and from what I hear, it is amazing. I would never buy it nor stock it based on what you can see in front of you.
They all look like they belong in a car boot sale.
Every single designer of every single label in that photo needs to never go near a computer again.
Yeah.
McFly, I mean that is a all I can see is flurry. And all I expect is it to have muck in front of it.
Yeah, it's wank.
I know E-Cig Zoo would never stop McFlurry.
No, I know they wouldn't. But the Curiosity range, the Hocus Pocus range, both are good ranges. The Hocus Pocus is lovely. And Alakazam.
Never tried any of them. Jimmy was supposed to be sending me one of each, but never did. So, Jimmy,
didn't he?
Get in the bin.
Oh. So there you go. And if you want to see the man, go on, stick that picture of Dan up that I put in, because I just put that just because Dan's been there like forever.
There he is.
Yeah,
Mr. Good Child himself.
Can you imagine walking into the shop and being greeted by that?
I like the Mountain Dew hat, I've got to say.
Vape shop owners definitely have a look, don't they?
He's not an owner.
What are you trying to say?
He's not the owner. He's an employee.
Oh, okay.
But you're right. He has got the look, most definitely.
I think we're right about how much juice they stock.
They've got a few bottles of juice, to be fair.
So it's just they took a picture of the worst looking shelf in the shop.
Well,
to be fair, I used to stock E-Cig Zoo, so I know they have quality. They like quality. But Dan doesn't.
They bought off you, mate.
They did. But Dan doesn't watch us anymore. So Dan, get in the bin.
There you go.
Mark said, if I was to put on a meet, and my lovely little local in the summer, would coming to Scotland interest you?
I don't go north of Watford, let alone the Wall.
If I was to put on a meet, my lovely little... my lovely... Scotland. Oh, not again. Mark. Please don't make me do it again. Where are we? Is it Newport?
It's only Edinburgh. It's not Banff.
Edinburgh. Even Edinburgh was hard work.
I mean, anyone south of the river in London going north is too far north.
Just going past Watford gives me a nosebleed.
I was just about to say that. They were going to be my exact words.
Is Leicester not north of Watford anyway?
I've always wondered
Or is
why they call it Edinburgh, but it's spelled Edinburgh.
Well, Edinburgh, technically.
Scottish, innit?
Scottish. Edinburgh?
Edinburgh. Yeah, it's Edinburgh.
We got one last photo.
Hey.
And
I just thought I'd throw this because he's annoying the hell out of us. I don't know who this bloke is.
Anybody else know him?
No idea, but he's on holiday at the moment. He's taking lots of pictures of monkeys.
Oh my God, if I didn't know he was on holiday once, I knew it 1,000 times.
Exactly.
Christ.
Where in holiday is he?
Somewhere, Sri Lanka, I think he's in.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's somewhere, Art Nouveau, something like that, you know.
I'm not sure Sri Lanka's Art Nouveau.
It was on a train the other
I'm
day.
half expecting him to be wearing a deerstalker hat or one of them white colonial hats.
No, one of the what do they call it? Pith helmet?
Chessington Zoo.
Oh, Diddy, you win the internet tonight. Awesome.
There's only one thing for that.
Oh, Chessington Zoo.
Delete
Love
it.
He deleted it.
Awesome.
Oh shit! I binned him. Someone unbin him. I can't re-bin him.
No, you didn't unbin him. You just deleted his message.
Oh.
Oh wait, no, you did. You did time him out. There we go.
Oh, Oggy timed him out. There you go.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'm not sure Sri Lanka is Art Nouveau. It's not.
I didn't mean Art Nouveau. My brain suddenly kicked into old man mode, and I can't remember the word I was trying to think of.
I mean, I knew there was a reason that I left the Ideal Home Show group, and him going on holiday has reminded me why.
I'll give over.
Bless him. We
He's
love
all
John.
right, really.
We love John. We need to get John.
We love John.
John's not been on for a while, has he?
No.
We'll have to.
To be fair, you haven't been on Ideal Home Show in a while, have you either?
I mean the new
Before
home show.
Christmas. Sorry, New Home Show.
No, what have I
Before
been?
Christmas.
I think I was on one of the first ones, wasn't I? After they.
First or the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, it's all good.
It'll be fine. So there you go. That's what I've seen on Insta this week. That was it, really.
No
Not
bad.
exciting.
Real Damon says that's odd. I was banned. Who banned you? Where'd you get banned from?
I did Home Show.
Oh, lol.
Really?
The new.
What did you do to piss those guys off?
I was going to say, what did you do to get banned from iOS?
John said he'd come on next week when he gets back from Woburn. Oh, you're all bitches, you know that.
Do they even look at comments?
Oh, you're all bitches, honestly.
They love it. They love it.
Oh, I know.
Wait,
We can't get John on the show anymore now. He'll be vilified.
we
Hey.
love John as a show.
It's all banter.
Our official position is positive when it comes to John Martin.
Just banter, mate.
It's just banter, mate. Yeah.
I had a bit of a disagreement with Bonner, and everybody hated me because Bonner is a big queen. Week before Vape Collective, it was.
You know what? What?
Do you?
Ultimate funny as fuck is that? But hang on, who allowed that?
Me.
Oh, Week before Collective. I vaguely remember that, Damon, and I'm sure it's still spoken about. But anyway,
Yeah, You need to get banned from TVP to be proper cool. We all have.
Yes. Did you,
TVP?
Alex? Did you get let back in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Can you invite
I
us?
I don't
Let's
know.
try.
I don't want to. I don't want. No.
I was never a part of it anyway.
I don't like drama. I'm not involved in drama in any way, shape, or form. I think they're all
God's
cunts.
sake.
Oh dear. It's a shame that John hasn't sent you a bath photo this time. It could be like a muddy ditch with a monkey in it.
He was in a tent.
I know what I meant to send you guys earlier.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm not sure if this is one for... No, it's definitely not. Sorry.
Oh no.
What?
I am going to share it.
Do it.
I am going to share it. And...
What are you going to share? I'm intrigued now,
Oh, shit the bed.
and a little bit scared.
I haven't seen Mark laugh like that since the Wheezy Whistler Driptych guy.
Yeah, but we don't even know what it is. It's
So-
kind of intriguing.
So I was looking for something earlier. I was looking for a thick oil juice. And I knew someone had commented and used the word thick oil in one of my messenger boxes. And
Uh-oh.
I typed in thick. And look what came up.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, I'm sharing it on the.
No, I'll share it on screen. I just hadn't got it on screen to. I hadn't got it on screen to share, so I had to put it in there. So this is God's honest truth. God's honest truth.
That's what you typed into search, and that's what came up.
I typed into search, and we do love you. We just thought it was. Oh, well, I just thought it was hilarious that I typed in thick, and Richard came up.
Oh, bless.
And I about pissed myself earlier. I forgot about it until just now.
Oh, dear.
Bless you.
Brilliant. That's funny as fuck.
Love you, Richard.
Right.
It's made you giggle.
It has. It made my eyes a little bit wet as well.
See you later, Damon. Enjoy your pie.
Take care, buddy. Pie.
Hi.
Hi, Damon.
He said, okay, pie time.
Bit late for pie.
Never too late for pie.
No, never too late for pie.
Well,
You can't-
based on I cooked an Italian tagliatelle with pork. Pork.
What was on a
mince.
Moat and Mowbray tagliatelle?
No,
Is that HelloFresh tagliatelle
No,
with
no. Wasn't.
the pork meatballs?
No, not pork meatballs. It was pork mince tagliatelle. Oh, fuck me, he's finally done it. Anyway, at that, and I was stuffed, and then daughter wanted
Pancakes.
pancakes, and I hate British pancakes. I think they're the most pointless pieces of crap.
Yeah.
American pancakes are awesome. Are you pressing the button?
What button?
I mean,
No?
pancake.
Should I be?
I can't believe it's already pancake day already. Like, that creped around pretty quickly.
We need a dad joke button.
I do need a dad joke, but for now,
I was going to say, it's usually me that gets that. I mean, blimey.
Yeah, Oggy, I buy those pre-packaged pancakes that you shove in. No, I don't. Do you know what's worse than
Scotch
pre-packaged pancakes?
pancakes.
Pancakes in a bottle.
what? Oh no,
They come as a powdered mix.
no. I made American ones, and the American ones, because they've got some substance in them. I have two, and I was disappointed because I couldn't get any lemon curd, and I like pancakes, lemon curd, ice cream. Try it.
Pancake lemon curd ice cream. Nice.
Lemon curd's
That does
the one.
sound nice.
I don't like preserves in any way, shape, or sugar or vinegar. I don't like jam. I don't like
Wrong with you,
preserves. Preserves of any way, but the only place I'll eat lemon curd is
Pancakes.
pancakes.
Oh, lemon curd on toast. Come on.
No.
Yeah.
Mark, is that for sharing?
To be fair, Diddy, I do love a ham and cheese and mushroom crepe. You know, ones you wrap up and it's savoury, banging.
Mark Ski, is that for sharing or not? We have to know.
Yeah, you have to
Has
know.
he shared something that we're not sure about now?
It's better to... Yes, he
Yes.
says.
Darn tootin'. Anything that upsets Cass, I'm up for sharing.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Was it Vape Gear at full RRP?
Is it though?
I like that.
Apparently
See what you did there.
you're a fanboy.
Amazing. Is that Empire Vape Co? Shocking.
It would have been better if it was the Christina version.
Although, to be fair, it's not the worst thing I've had my face photoshopped onto. So
But the ones I do, I can't share on here.
that was horrific. I will never forget that.
Oh. I still think Jono's was the best.
I can't look at myself in the same way again now.
Oh, bless you.
Brilliant. I'm not that tall either.
lad.
So
You've just added 6 inches onto him, and he's taller.
Perfect.
unbelievable. I just remember that because we need to change the header on the Facebook group. And I was looking at it the other day and I realised that Mark, when we took that photo, was not. I was stood up straight. Mark was in a ditch and crouching down.
Which
when we
one's
took
that?
that photo. The photo that's on our
The one at Ideal Vape Meet.
Yeah, the one that's our header.
Oh, that one.
in the
Yeah.
group.
Let me.
Genuinely he was stood in like a little dip down and sort of leaning forward, and I was stood at full height.
Yep.
I don't think that. There we go. What's the?
That one.
I don't look that tall.
No, I know. That's because you're using two methods to make yourself shorter.
What was the photo I posted the other day?
I don't know.
Oh, that was at an event, wasn't it?
What, me next to someone and they were tiny?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What was it? Where did I put it?
You put it in the group.
In the group chat.
Yeah, group chat.
Who was it?
I'll find it.
Oh yeah. What's his face?
Along with someone, I don't know who, but some genius. Genius made this.
Where did that come from?
No, that was just in our Facebook chat.
It was the one with the Yorkshire Vapor juice in it.
Yeah, it was Mark Sky High and me. So those of you that have never met me, I'm trying to get to it. I'm scrolling back.
I've got it in my hand.
Can I say I had been told that you were tall.
Can you
remember? I'd been on the show.
There we go.
I had been on the show for about 3 months before I met you in person.
Yeah. There you go.
And
that's me.
Yeah.
oh,
See, this is it, because the first time I ever met Mark was when I was hanging out with Stu at the Vulcan stand at Vape Fest. And I don't remember Mark being that tall from our first meeting, but I know he was. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, 6'9".
I think I'm shrinking a bit now, though. Everything else is. Apart from my belly.
Your bell end?
Belly.
Oh, dear.
oh no! Ah, there it is.
Big dude with a big heart. That's me. Hey, we got another one.
Oh, which one?
That is,
Yeah,
he's
we-
6'8".
He's Dutch though. He's meant to be
Hey!
tall.
I'm only
I did-
6'1". I feel
No,
small
the
now.
Dutch are quite a tall people.
The second tallest nation in the world, after the Croatians.
I didn't know that. I'd have thought the Swedes would have been fairly tall, or the Norwegians.
Hang on. Mark, is that for sharing? I'm guessing so.
Is it me again?
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh, for fuck's
Oh my
sake.
lord!
If it's Cass, then it's definitely for sharing.
There we go.
That's brilliant.
Christina!
Why is my Twitch half an hour behind everybody else's? Oh my
Just
god,
hit-
that's awesome!
Incredible.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
Amazing. Well impressed with that.
Dame Edna.
you know, you said hit refresh. I've now got an advert.
Oh no, don't hit refresh. You just hit pause and play again.
Oh, okay. Well, don't tell me to do refresh next time.
What's wrong with
Have you wigged that at yet?
Yeah, I've just filled it up. I've now got to get the O-rings. The O-rings there fell out.
Oh god.
I found one on the floor, and I've just realised the other O-ring that I thought was a spare in the bag is actually the O-ring that goes around the 510 pin. So I'm gonna have to make do with this one and try and squeeze it back in again. That one's in.
The irony is that Chandler is a Trekkie, but he's the worst with technology.
More
Brilliant.
technology. RDAs and ATIs I'm a nightmare with. Why have I got an advert for Subway? Add one of
Amazing.
4?
So for those of you that aren't subbed, you're now getting an advert. But you won't hear me saying that.
If you are subbed, we could just talk shit about the people that aren't subbed.
Sorry.
So basically, you just wanted to prove to everyone that I'm not subbed.
Did you just sniff your
The
finger?
coronavirus is now following us.
Brilliant. Do you think that's the same as the
What?
coughing man from Wuhan?
Do we ever find out who that was?
No.
No.
And I'm sure it was someone we know. It was someone we know, wasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I think it might have been Riyadh. I just have this feeling it was Riyadh.
It's the sort of thing Rick could do, isn't it?
Yeah. Brilliant. Is the advert over yet?
I think so.
Yeah.
Let me look at the dashboard. Yeah,
Oh, are we about there? I think we might be.
I think we are.
I think we might be there.
I got it going.
Did anyone just have random ads popped up? Oh dear.
Oh, you're so mean.
We
You really are.
we did. So those of you that aren't subscribed to us, we can run ad breaks on you.
Yeah. If you are subs, you don't get them.
Yeah, those of you that want to join Hangouts, as soon as I've run the credits, I will dump I'll dump the link to our chat in. Feel free to pop by, come and say hello. We'll be around. Sorry, I have a long travel. I should infect Dubai. So have a good infection day. Well, thanks for joining us, Corona. Thank you very much. You take it easy.
Oh, lump. You just arrived and we're just leaving.
Oh, Mottram, shame on you for not being subbed.
If you have to renew your subscription every month, DM. Joe, what? You've not spoken all night, and I know why you've not
He does.
spoken because Cass jumps on him.
Oh, brilliant. Right.
It's been a pleasure. Hold fire, anyone that wants to join us. I'll dump the right. So subs, if you've got Amazon Prime, doesn't cost you anything. If you don't, then it does.
Cost you about £5. Yeah. That's not us setting the price though, that's Twitch.
Yeah, no, it's nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Alex, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Indeed. Congratulations to who won Bert? To winning the
Bert did,
juice.
yeah.
Has he dropped me a message yet, or
Yeah, he's messaged me, so we'll sort that out.
he's not going to fucking miss a beat, is he? Christ.
The merch juice is now online at vaporbay.uk. Shameless
Hey.
plug.
Are they 40mm short fills, or
No, they're 50mm. But if you want a 40mm,
you've got
get
one
in
for me?
touch, and then we'll sort it out. Well, I've got one for you, Mark.
Kaz, did you just
Just
give your
so
fingers?
we want to see the live calculations of you working it out.
Thanks a lot, DM, for the sub. Appreciate that, mate.
Dennis just
Appreciate
gifted it to DM.
Ooh,
Oh.
very nice of
Oh,
There we go.
Dennis. Peace and love.
Yay, Dennis, you star.
Bless you. Now,
Nice one.
now you don't have to watch ads. They disappear. But no, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next Tuesday. Adios, motherfuckers.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.